Hello everybody, my name is Zach, aka the Weather Gamer, bringing you NCL Blitzle, Week 1. Team Builder, your Chicago Beartics taking on, I think it's Marker, might be Maker, let me check what he goes by here. I should know this, he's in WWC's D-League. Marker. So we're playing Marker. And the San Antonio Espurrs. Like I posted down below, if anyone read the description on the draft recap from last week, I did make a couple changes to the team already. After sitting and thinking and looking at someone's PRs, I realized that there might have been a bit of an issue with the team. So, I don't know if I helped it, I don't know if I hurt it, but I struggled breaking grass types, with Genesect being the only one to break grass types reliably. So, and Rotom Heat and Rain's not the greatest. So I dropped Ludicolo and picked up Talonflame. Yes, I know Double Bird spam down there with Mandibuzz and Talonflame. I'm okay with it, because they're two different birds, they do two different things. And then bulk-wise, Mandibuzz and Goodra, it was pointed out we're going to be blown back by fighting types and beat up and all that. And my team generally doesn't appreciate fighting types, so to fix that, Talonflame. But also I dropped Rotom Heat for Uxie. Rotom Heat was kind of unnecessary with Zeraora and Talonflame. So Uxie gives me a little more bulk. It's base 130 Spadef and base 130 defense, so this right here is just a nightmare of a wall to try and break through. So, just means my Rain Core is now down to Politoed and Kabutops, which I'm fine with. Genesect appreciates Rain, and Goodra appreciates Rain. But that's the idea. I never wanted to have like a full Rain team, otherwise there'd be a Mega Swampert and a Ludicolo and a whatever. But yeah, that's where we sit. So you can see the team we're rocking out with now: Mega Glade, Genesect, Zeraora, Politoed, Uxie, Kabutops, Garbodor, Goodra, Comfey, Mandibuzz, and Talonflame. Marker has a team of Mega Beedrill, Kyurem Black, Volcarona, Jolteon, Zarina, Cofagrigus, Musharna, Tapu Fini, Gliscor, Cobalion, and Murkrow. This right here is thick. Like, this is really hard to break. Zarina's thick, Cofagrigus is always defensively annoying, Tapu Fini can be thick, Gliscor is always pretty defensive, and then he's got an offensive nightmare in Beedrill and Kyurem Black, and Volcarona as a setup sweeper potentially. Jolteon kind of shuts down my Rain, but Zeraora kind of shuts Jolteon down, so there's that. I honestly expect Mega Beedrill, KB, Volcarona, and then probably this line right here. Probably this, whatever this shape is. I'm expecting these 6, but I am built in case Cobalion and Zarina come. I'm not really worried about Murkrow at all. Up first, this is Open Z, so any Mon can carry a Z Crystal. I decided, well, what's better than to bring Talonflame with Fly Z, because Flying type kill, Flying type kill, Flying type kill, Fire type big damage, Fire and Flying type kill. This thing gets blown back regardless. This thing's an issue, this thing's an issue, this thing's an issue. This thing doesn't really want to take hits, and Flying type rips you open. So he really doesn't have the greatest of switch-ins to this, especially if I get a Swords Dance off. I'm Gale Wing, so priority to Brave Bird, although I can't Fly Z on Zarina if I'm full health, because Queenly Majesty stops priority, and Gale Wings is priority. The goal is to get this thing in before rocks go up, or clear rocks with Gliscor, or force him to clear with Fini. But if I keep rocks off on my side of the field, I go in and I Swords Dance on whatever he switches in, and then at +2 Adamant max attack, a Fly Z will rip everything to shreds, or force everything. It forces Cofagrigus into a 2-shot. Flare Blitz, like I said, just rips through his team. Roost is so I can recover. Obviously, Fly Z, Brave Bird, no recoil, but after Flare Blitz, I'll recoil. So roosting that up to get back to full to keep Gale Wings intact. Or if I happen to come in on rocks, I can roost and heal that way. Like I said, we are max attack Adamant. The reason we can be Adamant is because we don't need the Jolly Speed. And I'm not worried about being a bulky Talonflame, to be perfectly honest. That speed outspeeds base 108, which is Cobalion here. So we outspeed the Cobalion. Guarantee kill it with Flare Blitz, unless it's Scarfed Cobalion. Max attack, and then through the rest into HP, keeping that HP stat odd. This is very, very important because an even HP stat would mean I can't switch in a second time if I take rocks damage. This odd one allows me to take 2 rock hits. So up next, we've got Mega Glade with Swords Dance, Close Combat, Knock Off Toxic. I'm just double checking to make sure because someone mentioned in the front office I had double roost and I don't. Okay. Swords Dance, Close Combat, Knock Off Toxic. Speed stat. That's not the right speed stat. I don't think that's the right speed stat on Talonflame either. Nope, that is 346 is what Cobalion hits. Yeah, so with this I actually was able to go 1 speed point above Talonflame. I had to go 2. So the speed stat is to beat Cobalion. The attack stat is maxed. A little bit of bulk. Again, I'm not worried about being bulky Glade. I'm just gonna come in with Glade and click buttons, basically. Swords Dance to boost my attack stat up. Close Combat will rip through basically everything but Cofagrigus. Mega Beedrill is so frail defensively that it won't want to take it. Kyurem doesn't want to take it. Volk is resisted but doesn't appreciate it. Jolt doesn't want to take a +2. Zarina could kind of care less. Cofagrigus obviously doesn't care. Musharna doesn't care. Feeny doesn't really care. Gliscor doesn't really care. It'll obliterate Cobalion. Knockoff, which I have to be very, very careful of if Cobalion is there. But knocking off Kyurem Black, if it's choiced, is great. It does damage to Cofagrigus and gets rid of potential leftovers there. It would force me to take the Mummy ability, but Inner Focus isn't really that big of a deal. He doesn't have a fake out user, so I'm not too worried about the flinching. And then Toxic is actually, until I know what he's switching in on Mega Glade, I assume that it's going to be the Cofagrigus. If it's there, it might be the Feeny, but dropping Toxics on either one of those is great. If it's Gliscor, that's obviously not going to work because Gliscor is probably Toxic Heal. So, but Glade's not designed to be a wall breaker this time. It's just designed to chip down a bunch of things, and then Talonflame can either sweep it in the end, because that's kind of the way this team's built, is for Talonflame to just sweep, or for Glade to pick off at the end when Talonflame's blown through things. We have Uxie here. Defensive Uxie, max HP, enough defense to live a hit from Mega Beedrill, an X-Scissor from Mega Beedrill, and allow me to kill it back with Psy Shock. It actually triggered my Iron Papa Berry. that special attack stat is a guaranteed OHKO with Psyshock. Speed stat, or not guaranteed, that's for Kabalion to get 2-shot by it. Speed, I just threw the rest of the EVs into speed over special attack because it didn't make any difference, and then I'm not, like, min speed. Although thinking about it, maybe I should put it in Spadef. But Shadow Ball is, my goal is to get rocks up, because if the Volcarona's there, getting rocks up, and this is my lead, get my rocks up, keep that Volcarona from coming in free, and then putting some pain on the Volcarona. Shadow Ball for Cofagrigus. Psyshock, like I said, for the Beedrill, but also will hit Kabalion decently. Hidden Power Ice is for Gliscor. If he leads Gliscor versus my Uxie to try and set his own rocks on me, then I HP Ice and blow that thing out of the water. And then he loses his removal potential because Defog, Rapid Spin. That's kind of his removal right there. And I don't expect all three to come. All three certainly could come, but taking out Gliscor, if all three came, taking out Gliscor takes out his rocker as well, which means I just have to get hazards off my side of the field. Talonflame comes in, clicks buttons. So up next we have Choice Scarfed Kabutops with Battle Armor to keep me from getting crit. I debated a weak armor set, I debated a Rain Dance set, but I just preferred Z Talonflame in this match, and Kabutops actually has a decent match. It is Choice Scarf Rapid Spin. I know that's weird, but if Zarina's coming in on me, I just Rapid Spin the rocks off my side, allowing Talonflame not to worry about it, unless he Stealth Rocks on Kabalion as well. Toxic to Toxic any of the walls that he wants to bring in on me, specifically if he wants to bring Finny. Kabalion comes in pretty free, but if I could Toxic Finny, if I could Toxic Zarina, if I could Toxic Cofagrigus, if I could Toxic Kyurem, that'd all be great. Stone Edge just rips, his team is so weak to rocks at the top, and Stone Edge kind of just rips that apart, plus he threw in Murkrow. But Beedrill does not want rocks, Kyurem doesn't want rocks, Volcarona doesn't want rocks, Stone Edge will clear all three of them. Liquidation will clear Gliscor, or at least dent it pretty badly. So, we are max speed, because max speed Choice Scarfed Kabutops with a Jolly Nature outspeeds max speed. Doesn't outspeed max speed, but it outspeeds Beedrill, which should speed creep Zeraora. So not full speed. But then Kabutops can just clear it with Stone Edge, max attack through the rest of the defense. Up next we have AV Goodra as a special wall with Earthquake, Power Whip, Aqua Tail, and Ice Beam. This thing does not live a Z hit from Kyurem, but every other hit from Kyurem it lives. Don't really, in Sap Supers for those Arena, I don't really want to bring this thing in on Kyurem all the time, but it's basically a check to Volcarona. It's a Finny check, and Gliscor does not want to sit in front of this. Earthquake will rip Beedrill, Earthquake will rip Volcarona after rocks, Earthquake rips Kabalion apart, Power Whip will two-shot Tapu Fini, and his, with my Assault Vest, his Moonblast is only doing 25 to 30%. Aqua Tail also rips the Volcarona, but it hits Gliscor and two-shots Gliscor. It also takes out Volcarona. And then Ice Beam obliterates Gliscor. Ice Beam with no special attack investment. If it's standard defog Gliscor, will do 96 to 110. So it almost always guarantees an OHKO on Gliscor. And once Gliscor goes down, unless he's got rocks on something else, or defog on something else, like, he's just toast. As far as getting his hazards up on my side, which hazards on my side are literally the biggest thing that stops Talonflame from sweeping. Because +2 Supersonic Sky Strike will take out... Hello, child. Are you coming to lay down, or are you just doing your normal turnaround thing? Okay. +2 Supersonic Sky Strike does take out Cofagrigus. So. Finally, we got Genesect carrying the Douse Drive with Dark Pulse, Technoblast, which will be Water type, U-Turn, and Flamethrower. The Dark Pulse is to hit Cofagrigus, wanting to sit in front of me. Cough is more of a physical wall, so being able to hit it Spadef, or especially with Dark Pulse, is really, really good. And I don't actually care if he Will-O-Wisps me, so I'm okay being a special one. Flamethrower is to hit Zarina, Megavedro. Kyurem doesn't necessarily appreciate it. Cobalion does not want to take the Flamethrower. Volk, it's neutral, but still, Volk doesn't really want to take a Flamethrower and get chipped more and more. U-turn to pivot. I can't really do anything to Finny. So being able to pivot on Finny, it won't come in on me though, but being able to pivot on Finny or Kyurem is really, really nice because it gets me into another threat. Speed stat wise, we are outrunning his Kyurem, so we'll know if he's Scarf Kyurem or something like that. And then max special attack, a little bit of bulk. This week was kind of the week of maxing, just because. And Technoblast Water is to hit the Volcarona, because Volcarona is probably his best check to this. And as soon as he sees the Douse Drive, he won't be able to bring it in. But Water Technoblast also rip into Gliscor pretty nicely, so... But yeah, that's going to be the team. I'm hoping to start the season off strong, pick up a win here, kind of prove... I'm a little pissed about PRs in Blitzle, because post-draft I was put 7th, and then I made changes based on suggestions from the person doing the PRs. And then week 0 or week 1, going into week 1, I got dropped from 7th to 11th after I made changes based on how he wanted them, or suggested making changes. So I'm a little pissed. I am out for a little vengeance, and out to prove that I am not the fifth worst coach in the D-League. So expect me to play hard tomorrow for this. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Check out the links in the description down below. Twitter, Twitch, Discord. Well, they're your Discord, best place to hang out with me. Twitter of Luca and Jaden, 2 amazing friends and artists. And Twitch. I'm going to eventually get back to Twitch streaming. I just gotta heal up and get my own place, and then we'll do some Twitch streaming. So, all that being said, I'm gonna get out of here. See you guys later.